Hey, I'm Isaac with Mammoth Electronics, and this is our version 2.0 of our do-it-yourself solderless patch cable tutorial. We're going to be working with the Chandler Clearfuse plug and the Chandler Spectra2 cable. The reason we're going to use the Spectra2 cable is it's got an 18 wire gauge center conductor, which gives you a much bigger target to hit when you're using a solderless kind of screw-on plug. So you have a much better success rate and much easier assembly. So let's check it out. The first thing we need to do, we need to get your wire strippers, and you're going to want to cut about a 1/2 inch, maybe a little bit longer, off the end here, and just remove the outer shielding only. Okay, so there's your inner shield. And what you want to do with this is just kind of take it from the edge and just push it down, just to where you have a little bit of room at the end there. So then you can take your insert and just push it down over the top, and you want to have just a little bit of that center conductor poking out at the end. Then we can take our plug and just press it in, and it won't go in all the way, but just enough to where you can kind of feel it in there. And here's the part that people have had a little bit of trouble with, and this is kind of with all these style of cables and plugs, is how to keep the connection while you're putting the cap on. So the trick is there's a little notch in this side, so that's the side that you want to bend on. So you want to bend it over on that notch, and the tricky part is you need to keep as much pressure as possible on between the plug and the cable so that doesn't pop out while you're putting the cap on. So just kind of press it all together and then twist it in there, and then you can get your wire strippers to help twist it on, make it nice and tight. And that should be it. So we'll do the other side and then we'll test it out. Alright, so we have both ends on, and let's test it out. If you have a voltmeter or multimeter, just set it to your continuity setting, which it'll look kind of like a speaker or sound waves coming out, but set it to that, and when you touch them together you should get a beep that lets you know that you have contact. So to see if this is everything's all hooked up right and we have good connections, your two sleeves, which is this part right here, want to be connected, and the two tips need to be connected. But you don't want the tip and the sleeve to be connected, because that means your signal's going to ground. So we'll test this. Looks like our sleeve is good. We'll test the tips. Looks like the tips are connected, and then we'll test tip to sleeve, and we don't get anything. So we should have a good working cable.